happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. And tonight we'll see the Dallas Mavericks as they go up against the Los Angeles Lakers here in Staples Center. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, for the last few years, the Lakers have been in some turmoil in Los Angeles. Now, they have had some tough luck with injuries that set them back some. But inconsistent effort, execution, and roster construction was also a concern. But a summer of moves that was topped by acquiring Anthony Davis has drastically improved the roster. The question remains, though, have they done enough to now contend in the West? Kevin?
A lot riding on it. Thanks, David. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
Well, you look at LeBron James. He's in the lead, sitting at #1 in the West.
Clearly a fan favorite, and they're giving him the highest praise possible on their ballot.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Jackson is the 3 and Porzingis at the 4. Luka Doncic out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 spot. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Rajon Rondo is out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Howard in at center, locking down the middle. Here's Davis. James outside. We're in the middle of the season, Doris. Some teams now just beginning to find their stride, their rhythm. How do they now maintain it?
Yeah, I think at this point of the year, you've established your rotation. Players know when they're going to come in, when they might be subbed out. I think it's about sort of finding, keeping, and maintaining that rhythm and execution that should be very, very well ingrained in your guys' habits.
I know you've played this way, but when you know your role, when you the minutes and the rhythm, as we were just talking about, I think for a player that's huge. Am I correct?
You are. Know your role and star in your role.
And here is Doncic after Dion Waiters getting his 3 to go. Doncic finds Jackson. Now Porzingis fires from 14. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got his second basket of the night.
Boy, how comfortable is KP in the mid-range? Porzingis, what touch.
Here's Rondo, feeds it to Davis. The shot will not fall. The drive by Jackson, rebounded by the Lakers.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Lobbed up there for Howard. He dishes it to Davis. Goes up with it again.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. He hits both from the stripe. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Stolen by Waiters. Fast break, the Lakers. At the elbow, it's James. Outside Rondo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good off the back of the rim. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
Here's James. After Luka Doncic's bucket, the quick look no good that time.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Good D by Howard. The Lakers trail. The drive by LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
That's the strength of a locomotive and the finesse of a ballerina each time he takes it to the rim.
And it's sent back by Howard. Raiders against Doncic. And it's Davis finishing it off.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Here's Cauley Stein after the basket by the Lakers. Outside, Porzingis. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Cauley Stein passes to Doncic. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Doncic has got 5.
We call that staying calm, recognizing the situation, and saving the possession. Doncic able to beat the clock.
Now here's James. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
Doncic feeling it out. There's the pass to Jackson. Doncic against Waiters. Inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Now here's Rondo. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And his court vision was extraordinary, too. Let's not forget that. He was flawless passing the ball. Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 2. To the paint. Here's Cauley Stein. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
James. And the rejection by Jackson.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Here's Doncic. Back to Jackson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Rajon Rondo. The 15th pick back in 2017, Justin Jackson, Doris, won a championship, as you know, at North Carolina.
Yeah, Kevin, he spent his first season and a half in Sacramento. Now he gets a new opportunity. Sometimes it's that next stop where young players really find success.
That's good from Jackson.
And in their history, the Dallas Mavericks have never moved up in the draft, and they needed to do so this summer to keep their pick.
Well, you think about it, Greg, they went into it with a little over a 26% chance to move up into the top 4. That did not happen. The Hawks collecting that 10th pick from the Luka Doncic trade.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Looking at the last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to Portland. Outside Rondo. Back to Waiters. To the inside, Davis. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Boy, Greg, neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Here's Jackson. Good D by Howard.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Waiters passes to LeBron. And they double up James. Here's Davis. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 9 points for Davis.
How about that? LeBron James always looking for his guys. The court vision, unreal.
Waiters against Doncic. Jackson down low. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Lakers leading by 3. And here is Waiters. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Los Angeles shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And so he hits the technical free throw. Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
Well, I love how self-assured Avery Bradley has become. On the catch and shoot, there's no hesitation.
Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Right against Bradley. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Howard.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Pass to McGee. Passes it to Waiters. Floats it up for Davis. Banked in off the glass. And it's a 9-point Laker lead.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
I'll tell you, overtime games usually are special, and this one qualified for that. But both teams absolutely gassed at the end.
Green, he's checked in for the Lakers. And Dallas also making a switch. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Bradley against Wright. The jumper from the free throw line is good. And here is Los Angeles now. 7-point differential. Kuzma outside. Pass to Davis. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. The Lakers, #1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
McGee against Powell. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. It's tipped. The pass to Hardaway. Rebound the Lakers.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Kuzma, that's good.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
Right with it. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. It's tipped. They push it up 4 on 3. A wide open look here for Kuzma. Hits the front of the rim and out. Mavericks trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, he sees the play developing, takes care of his responsibility. Just terrific job defensively.
Now here's Green. No points in the game yet for him. Davis. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. It's good.
building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Kuzma against Kid Gilchrist. Wright looking around. The Lakers with the rebound. Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's Kuzma penetrating. Yep, that one goes. And the Lakers lead by 13.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior. Well, think back to before he moves on to the Dallas Mavericks. While Tim Hardaway Jr. was with the Knicks, he was carrying such a burden offensively because Porzingis was still recovering.
And he makes the first. And we've seen Hardaway be a much more efficient player than in the past.
What we know, Kevin, unequivocally, is that this young man can score the basketball. But what you hope is the best players in the NBA are all about efficiency. That's what you want Hardaway Jr. thinking about. How can I be the most efficient guy on the floor?
Hardaway hits them both. Doris, when you watch the game now, bigs playing on the perimeter, who can really defend and hold their own outside the lane you've seen?
Well, you think about a guy at the rim like Clint Capella, who is a great shot-blocking force. But in today's NBA, he's got to be able to guard the pick and roll, make the necessary switch. And because Capella has got great feet and because he can move laterally so quickly, he might be 6'10", 6'11", but he can get out and switch in the pick and roll. It is a thing of beauty to watch.
Now here's Wright. Outside Kid Gilchrist. Here's Kleba, guarded by Kuzma. Nails the baby hook.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
.143 left to play in the first quarter. Bradley kicks to Green. Throws it up high, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. The 3 from Bradley. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Wright against Bradley. And Wright kicks to Powell. Outside Kid Gilchrist. Dishes it to Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, this is a quick and decisive offensive player who's not afraid of contact. Love Tim Hardaway Jr. accepting the contact.
Hardaway hits them both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Los Angeles leading by 10. Pass to Kuzma. Kid Gilchrist comes with a double team. It's deflected. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Passes to Kleba. Pass to Hardaway. Kicks it to Wright. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Avery Bradley. Dallas shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Here's Bradley. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. 1 second left. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Los Angeles ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. Well, you see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
On the floor for Dallas, we've got Tim Hardaway Jr. Also, DeLon Wright is out there. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Dwight Powell. And it's Kleba in at the 4 spot. Now, here's Green. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. James is checked in. McGee finds Kuzma. Right against Bradley. For 3. Kuzma can't get it to go. And it's Kidd-Gilchrist with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 6. Here's Kleba. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Kleba's got his second basket of the night.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in. Here's LeBron. It's Bradley on the wing. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Bradley. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Dallas. Dallas on defense. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. And he makes the first but misses the second. A live body off the bench. Dwight Powell gives you productive minutes.
He does, Kevin, and that's most reflected in the plus-minus when you look at his stats. This is a guy who hasn't averaged a ton of minutes, but he scores and he defends at a high level when he's given those minutes.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, there is a lot of optimism in Dallas for the tandem of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis said, "We clicked right away. We're both European players, similar roots, both speak Spanish. That'll translate on the court. We can be something special." Kevin, look out for them to compliment and criticize one another in a different tongue.
Yeah, if they play to their potential, they could be scary. Thanks, David. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
What a college career for Jalen Brunson. 2 championships and a Wooden Award. This is one of the most decorated players in college basketball history.
The Mavericks have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And he can't get the first one. And Brunson, the College Player of the Year back in 2018, but fell to the second round. Doris, when you look at that time, why did he fall?
I think it had everything to do with the fact that he's not an elite athlete by NBA standards. But we know unequivocally Jalen Brunson is a winner. His father played a decade in the NBA. This young man has been around the game since his formative years, and you can see it in his game.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Rondo passes to James. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Floats it up for James. Hammers the alley-oop through.
That's a vicious assault on the rim by LeBron. Incredibly accomplished dunker who's still got plenty of bounce in his step.
Now, here's Doncic. 7 points in the game. Jackson against LeBron. The drive by Jackson and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Dwight Howard.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And the first one at the line is good. Waiters, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Both shots good from the stripe. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Howard, the pass to LeBron. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Porzingis. And Doncic, here we go. Excellent D there from Waiters.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Mavericks trail by 4. Brunson kicks to Porzingis. Doncic against Waiters. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. 9 points for Luka Doncic.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
So it's the Lakers now. They've led by as many as 14 points. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Lakers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Rondo. Of course, you can't help but notice that teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get.
Well,
and the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right.
James, and LeBron throws it down.
Yeah, Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
Jackson misses. Lakers leading by 3. Kuzma passes to LeBron. He kicks to Rondo. Waiters outside. 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. But they'll get another chance. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Listen, we know Dwight Howard is on the back 9 of his career, but he can still be valuable. This guy is capable of a double-double every night.
And last season, really not a fun one for Dwight Howard, as he missed a lot of time. A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Howard. And with Howard, his presence was missed in the lineup last year due to injuries.
And Howard isn't what he once was, but he can still make a difference on the floor. That size and rebounding really hard to replace on a team by just one player.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Mavericks trail by 5. Here's Doncic. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
James, the pass to Kuzma. Stolen by Jackson. Porzingis against Kuzma. And Doncic gets it to go.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
The drive by James, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
And that one misses. And the bright lights of L.A., perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
And he's good on the second.
Father Time has not caught up to LeBron James yet. This man looks like he is on a mission, and he continues to add to his legacy.
Now, here's Doncic. 13 points in the game. Here's Brunson. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Mavericks trail by 4. Doncic outside. to the middle. Here's Cauley Stein. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. Now Rondo. Floats it up for Davis and finished off by Davis.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now, here's Doncic. His last outing, he had 8 points. And there's the pass to Cauley Stein. Brunson, the bounce pass. Cauley Stein kicks to Brunson. 5 on the clock. On the wing, Jackson. That shot, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this. It looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Here's LeBron, 13 points in the game. Outside Rondo. He feeds it to Davis. Over Jackson. And too long on the shot. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 2. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
Rondo dishes to Howard. And that one, good. Howard's got 4 this quarter.
That is a grown man move from Dwight Howard.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Now here's Brunson. He's covered by Rondo. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Hardaway comes in for Justin Jackson. And it's DeLon Wright in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic with the steal. Wright against Rondo. And Wright, here we go, uses the glass to finish the layup. Wright's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
The Lakers have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. James looking it over. And finished off by LeBron.
Now, guys, it seems like every drive of LeBron's involves contact, doesn't it? He's like a magnet for bodies out there.
Here's Doncic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Dion Waiters. Quite possibly an all-star snub. Rookie of the Year, Luka Doncic. Doris had a chance to be selected in his first season.
Perhaps sending a message, Kevin, with that first teenager ever to put up a 30-point triple-double. Something tells me this young man will have an all-star game appearance or 2 moving forward.
No good on that one. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Well, when LeBron James is starting to cook, his teammates understand, hey, perhaps the big guy, one of the greats of his generation, needs the basketball.
Now here's Wright. 8 points for him. A 3 ball. No good that time. Bradley with some nice D. And Maxi Kleba is going to pick up the foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
You know, even as Dwight Howard heads for his mid-30s, I believe he can still impact the game. This guy is a physical specimen. He can be a tremendous force as a shot blocker and a rebounder.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Anthony Davis. And Dallas with a change here, too. Powell's checked in. He's off on the second. And surely Howard not as explosive as he once was. But as you said, Doris, the presence is still there.
No doubt, Kevin. And this team doesn't need Dwight to put up 20 points. That's not what he's here for. They need rim protection, and they need him to rebound at a high level.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Mavericks trail by 4. Now here's Wright. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's Kidd-Gilchrist. Powell, no one around him. Again, the Mavericks score.
Yeah, soft-looking jumper from Powell. Really tremendous confidence from mid-range.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. McGee, the pass to James. Some solid defense from Kidd-Gilchrist.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Caldwell Pope's got 5.
And part of an overall effort for Kentavious going for higher percentage shots. That time working inside.
Right against Bradley. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And the wide open shot from Green. From outside, off the mark. And it's Kidd-Gilchrist with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. 4-point game. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. It's deflected. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from McGee. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Avery Bradley. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. We've got 1:08 left in the first half of the game. Caldwell Pope against Wright. There's the dish to Powell. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by LeBron. LeBron's got 6 rebounds now in the game. He shot 5 of 6 at the foul line.
His offensive approach tonight has been aggressive, and it's paid off with a lot of trips to the line.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Dallas. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Right outside. Pass to Kidd-Gilchrist from 10 feet out. Good, he hits the jump shot. 36 seconds left here in the second.
And a 2-for-1 is there for them if they want it.
Well, you're trying to end the quarter the right way. It takes awareness and it takes discipline.
James, 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
You know, here's your problem. You've got to be able to close out hard to LeBron James because he knows he can score from there. This is his money shot.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 15. There's 10 seconds left now here in the second. 6 on the shot clock. And Wright kicks to Powell. The tray, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy. We wanted to get easy basket layups, and knock down shots.
You got all that and more in that first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 22 points, 2 assists, and 6 rebounds. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly, and so far he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Ernie, the first half was all about Bron. Time after time, we see him taking over games. But to do it like this many years, it's unreal, Ernie.
And over to Kenny. Let's get your insights on Dallas.
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the boards. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been a clinic out there by James.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Mavericks trail by 7. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for the Lakers right now, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Rajon Rondo is out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Howard in at the 5 down low. Since taking over the starting role in 2018, Willie Cauley-Stein has lived up to his draft spot of being number 6, Greg, overall in 2015.
And you knew that a big man like Cauley-Stein would take a few years to develop, but at a legit 7 feet and great length, he is everything you could hope for in a starting center.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report, thank you so much. Lakers leading by 5. Here's Rondo. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. And here's Rondo. Lobbed up there for Howard. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Doncic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Dion Waiters.
We are talking about a clever scorer. Luka Doncic has developed such a knack for getting to the free throw line.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And I think for Luka Doncic, one thing he showed right away is he was prepared to be an NBA player. And the fact of the matter is he could be an all-star for a long time moving forward.
All free throws good from Doncic. The Lakers in the lead. Rondo looking around. 90 seconds now into the second half.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Doncic kicks to Jackson. For the lead, Porzingis. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see. Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
And here is Doncic after Dion Waiters getting his 3 to go. Porzingis against Davis. Clock at 6. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Here's Brunson. Wow, way off on that one.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
I tell you this, LeBron is hard enough to defend in a half-court set, let alone impossible to guard in the open floor.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And here's a look at some numbers for Howard. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 6th in shooting percentage, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Doncic kicks to Brunson. Looking to end the run. Here's Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Here's Doncic following the basket by LeBron James. Doncic finds Cauley-Stein. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. 8 points for Willie Cauley-Stein.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And the Lakers lead by 10.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Now here's Brunson. Outside, Porzingis. Over in the corner, Doncic. Shot clock at 6. It's tipped, stolen by Waiters. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. And here's Los Angeles. They're on an 11-2 run. Here's Rondo. He dishes it to Davis. Beyond the arc. And Rajon Rondo, the basket on the assist by Davis. Rondo's got 6 points.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, Greg, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
And the rejection by LeBron.
Don't bring that weak stuff in here. LeBron always on the prowl to send shots back with force.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
Free throw no good for Cauley Stein.
And what I like about Cauley Stein is just how hard he plays. Really, both ends, a scrappy player.
Here's LeBron, and the layup's good off the glass. LeBron's got 28.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Dallas calls timeout. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's just really a one-man wrecking crew down low. And with this timeout, they've got to make some adjustments because he's been steady inside.
Hardaway's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 13. Raiders against Hardaway. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. And Doncic gets it to go.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Here are the Lakers. They're on a 16-6 run. Rondo against Doncic. Rondo dishes to LeBron. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
The first free throw is good. Replay is always a good topic to talk about. Any changes, Doris, you'd like to see in the system or in the process?
Well, one of the beautiful things you have in the league is the opportunity in both Summer League and then also in your development league is the opportunity to put things in place. For instance, a coach's challenge has been experimented with at both of those different levels. And now the coach's challenge will be adopted and employed in the NBA. So I'm anxious to see how that plays out.
Jackson misses.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Shots good by Waiters.
There's a nuance to the passing skill of Rondo. He just is able to whip that ball around to the open man.
Now here's Doncic. 19 points in the game. Jackson misses.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Down low. And James gets it to go on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Doncic passes to Hardaway. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Hardaway, no good. Lakers leading by 17. Good. 34 points for LeBron.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Yep, that one goes in there. Doncic has got 6 in the quarter.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Loads it up for Davis. Deflects the pass. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. That's good from McGee.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Outside Jackson, looking to get it going. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on JaVale McGee. No good on the free throw. Los Angeles making a switch here. Green's checked in. And he sinks the second. Waiters with the ball. He's got 8. Passes it to Green. Pass to Davis. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. That free throw, no good. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Wright in for Luka Doncic. Waiters passes to Davis. Out to the right wing. Here's Kuzma. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. The Lakers, number 1.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
Davis against Wright. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls. And so Wright nails both of them. Lakers leading by 20. And the pass to McGee. Knocks it loose. Kuzma outside. Back to Waiters. And he banks in the layup. Waiters got 10.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Dallas has gotten blank from 3-point land so far in the 3rd. Still 0 for 3. Here's Wright, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Kid Gilchrist. Averaging 9 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
LA has gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. And right, here we go. Hardaway with it. And McGee picks him up defensively. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Misses from short range.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Lakers leading by 19. Waiters outside. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Waiters against Wright. Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Defense right on him. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer right. The shot, no good. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 4 assists in the game.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Waiters surveying the D. McGee, and that one drops for him. McGee's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And there's the feed to Hardaway. It's stolen by Green, and it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Waiters, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Some changes for the Lakers. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Green, and it's Avery Bradley in for Dion Waiters. And Dallas with a change here too. Brunson's checked in. Now here's Kuzma. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. 1:33 left in the third. Here's McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff too. My goodness.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
From 13, Bradley can't get it to go. Dallas has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Powell, that's good.
You love how Powell goes to work on the block, muscles his way to establish himself and deliver.
59 seconds left to play here in the third. Now Bradley. Kicks to McGee. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Hardaway. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Kuzma passes to Bradley. Pass to Davis. 6 to shoot. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and it's McGee with the jam.
Well, you have to love how Bradley is running the pick and roll at this point. He's making quick, decisive decisions.
And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Brunson scanning the floor. On the wing, Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Here's the 3. Not going to go that time. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Dwight Powell. Lee out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3. Now here's Lee, following the miss by Kyle Kuzma. Lee passes to Brunson. The shot off that time. Kuzma with the defensive effort. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Morris passes to Bradley. Of course, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive #1 pick, he's going #1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, this is a decent free throw shooter, and where Powell could help himself is getting to the line a little bit more.
Cook, the pass to Caldwell Pope. And it's blocked. Here we go, 1-on-1. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Here is Cook. Caldwell Pope outside. Got a piece of it. Here's Brunson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Well, you love that Courtney Lee, a tremendous shooter, is willing to give it up when he sees a guy open. That's good stuff.
And the Lakers with possession here. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the 4th. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the 2nd game of a 5-game homestand. Count that one.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Here's Powell, following the score by Avery Bradley. Here's Kidd-Gilchrist, makes it off the glass.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Cook, the pass to Bradley. Rush, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said. Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for Markieff Morris. James comes in for Caldwell Pope. Dion Waiters checked in for Bradley. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Quinn Cook. Waiters. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up. Free throw, good. Waiters. He doesn't get the second one.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Jackson from long range. The rebound by the Lakers.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Here's Howard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, Dwight Howard makes his way to the free throw line. You've got to stay down on that shot fake. The defender doesn't, and he makes good use of it.
Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Brunson, good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. LeBron outside. And the Lakers with another miss.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Doncic kicks to Brunson. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Caruso. On the wing, James. 2 points. That one goes. LeBron's got 14 points here in the second half.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Outside, Porzingis. Doris, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner three, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Wow, that's the mobility of Porzingis gliding in for the finish.
And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Takes the 13-footer. Porzingis with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. And Doncic gets it to go.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Lakers leading by 20. Inside. LeBron passes to Kuzma. Nice D from Porzingis.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And the Lakers call time here.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
Lakers leading by 18. Rondo kicks to Waiters. Passes it to Howard. Here's Kuzma, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 20.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Doncic passes to Cauley-Stein. Brunson with it. The shot missing. Good D by LeBron.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
And Waiters kicks to James. Rondo wide open. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 3 assists tonight.
And every now and then, Rondo will surprise you with the occasional triple, showing it off there with range.
Now here's Jackson. Here's Doncic. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter. And here's Rondo. With an assist this trip down, he'd have 10.
He's got terrific court vision, and he just sees the play as it unfolds. He plays chess while everyone else is out here playing checkers.
Kuzma with it. Brunson covering. Kuzma, that's good. Kuzma's got 10 points here in the second half.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
Outside Rondo. Lobbed up there for Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
That's about communication between teammates. Dwight Howard, high flying as ever.
The Mavericks have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Here's Waiters. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Jackson against LeBron. On the wing, Doncic. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Doncic has got 27.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Now here's Rondo. Brunson covering. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. On the wing, Jackson. James covering. Doncic right side. Dallas moving the ball around. Fades back. Porzingis can't hit.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Markieff Morris is checked in for Howard. Caldwell Pope comes in for LeBron. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Dallas also making some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jackson. Lee comes in for Luka Doncic. And it's DeLon Wright in for Jalen Brunson. Three-pointer right. Cans it from downtown.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Lakers leading by 22. Here is Cook. Pass to Kuzma. No good that time. Nice D from Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. Lays it up and banks it in. LA's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Caldwell Pope outside. Of course, it seems like Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is one of the most well-liked commissioners in all of sports worldwide. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think he was amongst the most important members of the staff of his predecessor, David Stern, who obviously oversaw the greatest growth in NBA history. The NBA became a global game. But Adam Silver didn't skip a beat. He is a great listener, a great communicator, and I've said this about the NBA for a very long time. It is a league that is in constant self-evaluation process. It is always looking for ways to improve the league, whether that means organizationally or with the play between the lines, and that's all you can ask for, Kevin.
Fires from deep. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's Porzingis. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Now, here is Morris. Kuzma kicks to Cook. Just 5 on the clock. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Cook's got his first points of the night.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Los Angeles.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that.
If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LeBron.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
A free throw drops for Lee.
Well, Courtney Lee, because of the defense he plays and the leadership he provides, is someone his younger teammates can look up to.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And Dallas also making a switch. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Porzingis. And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. They have a 19-point lead. Lee with the steal. And that one is good.
Well, this guy, Courtney Lee, has worked so hard to become a complete offensive player, that time getting the look inside.
There's 39 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Morris looking over the floor. Howard in the post. Cauley Stein defending. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
No good from Lee. Caldwell Pope passes to Morris. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.